Oh, look at these wonderful people. They all want to hang out with me. Who did I want to hang out with me? I have a first appearance of the new Ghost Rider. That's Robbie right here behind me to the right of Nico. And I have... Is he even here? Where is he? Is he working out or something? Nope, he's in his little nook there with his computer and his conspiracy theories. They all want me to be Eddie Brock, aka Venom. I have the first appearance of him in Spider-Man. I have not seen him want to hang out. So, you know, I kind of wanted everybody to get their comic books. And some of those comic books did not even show up yet. So, it's never gonna happen. So, who wants to hang out? I know all these people want to hang out. Speak leadership with Steve Rogers. He does frequently look up and kind of go, I don't mind another one of those talks. You've got on the left, you've got Blade, who probably wants to talk about, well, you can't be in that mode forever. What do you want to do afterwards? You've got Wanda. I guess we can bond because we're both damaged and had traumatic childhoods. And we've got Doctor Strange, who, let's face it, he's our bestie. There's always something for him. There's always something for them. You know what? It depends on what they have this time for their event. I was really happy to finally get Tony Stark into something. He wasn't the biggest fan of fishing, but he certainly didn't mind it, and he didn't mind talking about it after, in a good way, as opposed to, I don't like fishing. Believe me, the first time I ever did this, my first playthrough, I took Nico video game, and she did, but afterwards, she really did indicate she did not want to be there, you know, when they make their comments at the end, so.
The longer we can forestall the prophecy, the more time we have to beat it.
Well, procrastination may or may not be good here. So, let's see what Captain America wants. He does like deep conversation, I'll give him that. He likes deep conversation and he likes working out. He's a man of extremes. And he doesn't like hanging out in the pool or something. So, let's do that. Let's give him a little more.
What is the deal with you and Tony?
Good.
He's gone too far. I'm not backing down until I get an apology.
Ooh.
I meant in general. What are you talking about?
He walked out of the bathroom holding my shampoo. He just handed it to me and said, thanks.
So?
So he never asked to borrow it.
Yeah. What a jerk. You should return the favor.
I never thought Captain America would fight Iron Man over shampoo.
I'm being ridiculous, aren't I?
A bit. Do you have any idea why?
It might be the close quarters. Tony can get on my last nerve sometimes. I'll ease off. He doesn't need friendly fire, especially from me. Thanks for talking me down, Hunter.
That was it? This is such a nothing... it's such a nothing conversation, but we do have, actually, stuff he loves. Premium sketchbook, believe it or not, he paints, he draws. When you hang out with him painting, he paints with you. Let's see. See, we still have another thing for Nico. This would have been for the second time for Wanda. I have two things for Ileana, two things for Wanda, something for Peter Parker. We never get stuff for Peter Parker. We never get to see Peter Parker either. Okay, well, the sketchbook really fits. Sorry, all new Ghost Rider. It's not gonna happen. Ta-da!
This is better than a wartime mail call.
See? Had a good time. Had a good talk. actually helped him instead of him helping me usually. And everybody went, we're going to bed. He don't want to hang out with us. Wow. Even Eddie Brock went to bed. Anyway, I was thinking of doing something a little different this time around. No, he went to bed too. He's usually up. Hello, little one. How you doing, little one? You're so sweet.
Hello, my sweet girl.
See, when he said sweet, we are in agreement. Just so you know, I'm not a dog person, but they're so much easier to get along with in a video game. It's so nice, little boy. That is really cool. It's doing something for us over in the war room. I forgot what.
Interesting.
That's one of 2 books everybody reads here, by the way. I was thinking of doing a little something different tonight in this game, because we are really close to running the finale. I was thinking of taking a look at all the stats. You know, there are 2 schools of thought regarding the game and who ends up fighting with you side by side. The first one is that you've got your best friends. The second is the people who were in the most battles with you. And I thought we should look at everyone's stats and take a look. This is going to be its own little story, you know, this little stream. So people can take it or leave it. And then I can, you know, put something together, and then the big mission can be its own big mission. Hello, Agatha. Surprised me they keep coming up with stuff here. They haven't yet since the other day, but if there's one thing that does grow here, it's the Wondergore Everbloom. Even if the reagents out there aren't doing anything, we've got that. I mean, I could take a look and see if any fungi have grown back. I don't think we're gonna see it. See, all those little patches that I used to pick up, and the heroes would follow me. It's just not there anymore. They just don't grow. But a Wondergore Everbloom, that's pretty. I guess it's the exception to the rule. So, where's a good place to hang out for this? Actually, where is a good place to hang out for this? We should hang out in some kind of... It's a shame there's no place we could... Well, we can sit, but... I suppose we could do that. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? You know, I've never done that. I'm assuming it's only for like 30 seconds and then they throw you off, but... What is it like lounging at the pool? Because I've never done it. Okay. Good a place as any? No, we can't, because we can't look at stats. Oh, look at that.
I needed that.
Oh, wow. I've never done that. I didn't realize I could. And yeah, it does look like underwear, but what are you going to do? There is no good stuff anyway. Reminding me... Steve Rogers has a new Abby outfit. These are the end times, but doesn't mean you can't, you know... That... I don't know. That doesn't look like something casual to me. No. Okay, let's see. What did they give me? Love? Well, that's interesting. I like that. That fits Hunter. I mean, it's appropriate. It fits appropriately for Hunter. Half these things don't fit properly because we're not built properly. Okay, we'll wear that. We'll be in my quarters anyway because, let's face it, I did invest in a writing desk, so I'm just going to be here, stand here. Now let's take a look at the heroes and their stats. I mean, granted, what happens to me happens to me. But let's see what else we've got. Alright, so I'm going to put where they are in friends. They've already done their 5s, now they're doing 1 through whatever. So he's an 8. Blade is an 8, and how many times have we been in missions with him? We've been missions for 17 of them. Haven infights, gift skim. Oh, that's really cool, actually. I never saw that before. Alright, so level 8. $16 missions. And I guess 6 hangouts. That makes sense because we didn't have gifts yet. And I guess I didn't find any any goblets to swipe yet either. I mean, he's one of the earliest ones. So, okay. So we've got him down. Captain America is already at 10. You know, I saw in playthroughs a mix of people who really valued him as a tank and others where he would be the first to fall over, and he's been a very valuable member of the team. It's very different than what I saw. So we've got him on 10, right? And then we've been on 16 missions, same amount as Blade, and 5 hangouts. You only get 1 Haven, obviously. So, you know, it's 5 hangouts but 6 gifts because the hangout I gave him a gift too. Call that a daytime hangout. Okay, Captain Marvel. What are you about here? 9 missions? More than I expected. Okay, so she's level 4. And 9 missions. And 4 hangouts. You have a very feast or famine perspective on Carol in the socials about, you know, either you were probably a big fan anyway and you worked her up and you bring her into things, or you do what you have to do with her, and that's good too. You know what I mean? Obviously, she's the 3rd person we see. She's in the tutorial, but we were in a hangout and she had as many, you know, gifts. So clearly, we weren't in a rush after the Haven. So, all right. So, Deadpool 2, right? Not bad for a latecomer. And really? We've only really hung out with him twice? Interesting. 16 missions again. Same as the other 2. And 1 hangout. I'm surprised. Tactics, mutant. This is going to be a big one. Okay, so he's 12. I think someone comes close, but I don't know who. He's been in 26 missions with me. And 6 Hangouts. I mean, given that he's been 6 Hangouts, that's as many as Blade. Blade and I have bonded a lot as two hunters. So alright, so a 6 out of 10. Level 12. Okay. And you know, people, I see a mix of things again in the socials. Most of them is like, oh well, you know, I rate him lowly. He's been very valuable in every aspect. Yes, he's a support character. Yes, he can take people out. And I've seen in other people's playthroughs, it's like they almost seem disappointed when Doctor Strange's maneuver completes the mission. It's like, too bad. The Axe of Agamemnon just kicked their last ass and we're going home, right? So too bad. It's not going to be someone you preferred. It's not about that. Anyway, we're also seeing he's something here. I just noticed. Experience. 612 out of what is... So that's is that an overall? That's interesting. 612 out of 1250. For out of 10. That's bizarre. Hold on, Sarah. Let me see. Oh, so that might be the overall rating we're looking at. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Blade again. 617. So he's just a hair under Strange. I'm going to put Blade-617 on my list. I'm going to put Captain America 436. So we're going to see that difference between missions, hanging out, you know, the level of friendship, and we're going to see also this overall number, 125. Yeah, we're not besties. She's nice, but once I went military, I do look more for Captain America for depth, I think. It's not fair to Carol, probably, how this all falls in. Okay, 903. Okay, back to Doctor Strange. $146. They say 146. $26 missions. So let me make sure I have that. Okay, and so now we could go on to Iron Man. Oh no, Ghost Rider. I knew there was somebody missing in my stuff. I like Robbie. I didn't know beyond the comics much about him, except in like guest appearances. I followed Ghost Rider a long time ago. It was different. It was Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch, so it was a real introduction, this game. And I found he was really terrific as a character and as a hero, for sure. I really enjoyed taking him out to certain things. He was really great for those. 437 is not a little number there, and he's been in 21 missions. 21 missions. He's currently level 3. 41 missions. Nice. And that's it. Just 2 hangouts. That's just not fair, you know? That's why he never got his little comic book. Okay. This next one's gonna be Iron Man. He's 5, but he's also 647. I don't want Doctor Strange at 146 in the overall. It must be some kind of rolled over number or something. Okay, so he's level 5. 3 missions. Oh, no, 3 hangouts. Hold on. 16 mission. Pretty average. 3 hangouts. We really haven't seen him. I mean, that right there tells you we haven't. There was one time when he was among them, but I was trying to work up one of the DLCs and I had to do that. But doesn't mean I shouldn't see him anymore, right? And so we finally got to see him last time. Okay. Hulk. Well, the friendship thing doesn't count on him. But he does have a 500 rating. And then I'm putting 2 dashes for the levels because he's not part of it. Doomed to wear the same office nerd outfit no matter where he is. 8 missions. Always feels like more. 0. Okay. Now let's go to Ileana. 15 missions. She's 1248. She is close to the top most in her experience. I'm assuming experience has to do with using her stuff. I don't know what that has to do with Doctor Strange then. We've used everything but, you know, the Bolt of Balpak. That's how you pronounce it. Anyway, so level 5. Hangouts 3. I thought it was more, but you know, I think a lot of it was hanging out with her instead of her hanging out with me. A lot of heroes. I mean, we did talk to Stark a lot, but he asked to talk to us. And it wasn't just for level up, it was because certain things. Okay, so 15 missions. Only 3 activities? I mean, I only gave her Russian poetry and then bad candy twice. Is that how that works? Okay. Morbius. He certainly went fast. Okay, so Morbius is 632. Level 1. 18 missions already. We really did marathon him. And he had the extra story missions that the others didn't do. He's, according to this, of course, he's on the edge of leveling up, right? Didn't I just see that thing move 7 of 10? When you're at level 1, everything's so easy to get. Okay, 3 missions, 3 hangouts. Okay, Nico. You're next. 261. Level 10. And 6 hangouts. Yeah, there's never been a shortage. We've got our comic book, we got our goth coloring book, we got this, we got that. None of them, I think most of them, I haven't even given them music. Things like luxury bites, fresh and fruity, are also things for that. So, Spider-Man's next. I know he dropped off when we didn't need him so much. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I put her always at the end as Wanda. It's not. That's my fault. Okay, let me put Scarlet Witch. Alright, so Wanda, you're level 3. 1032. Okay. 10 missions. 4 hangouts. Spider-Man. Not bad for a latecomer. 947. And level 3. That's where a lot of them are. Level 3 to 5. Okay, 16 missions. I'll give an extra space from that so it's not confused with the 3. 3 hangouts. All right. Let's see what Storm is. 93. 18 missions. Look at that. Okay, so we're level 2. Using that much. Wait till we see Venom, who I had to do so many of them just to get him to the 5th friendship level. It was like pulling teeny microscopic baby teeth because he didn't want to hang out and get a gift and jump in the points. 18 missions. When did we start losing this thing? Okay, and 3 hangouts. That's his fault. And we also had that story where he couldn't find his journal, so there was a lot of talking to him, but none of it really were because I wanted to talk to him. It's because it was a little story. Okay, so and we've got Wolverine, and oh wait, Venom. Duh. Well, you know what? I'm on Wolverine. I'm gonna do him first. What the hell? 1076. Best there is at what he does, huh? And he's level 3. 22 missions. He's one of my specialists. when it comes to the Nest Mother, right? A lot of chaining, which is great for that kind of thing. And then 3 Hangouts. But he got what he, he got the stuff that he would get. And then, of course, we can go back to Venom. $247. Level 1. 22 missions. Yep. And 1 Hangout. No kidding. I knew that. 1 Hangout. Leave the S off. Well, okay, so that's everybody. So where am I saying here? Highest friendship level is Doctor Strange. Missions? Doctor Strange did 26 missions with me. And we've got 2 people tied for 22, and that's Venom and Wolverine. I don't see anybody else coming close to the number of missions they've been with me, which is interesting. Then that one of them came quite recently, and both of those came late in the game. So there you are. But you want to talk about the overall, in the tactical, the overall, and then you're gonna say Scarlet Witch is 1032, Magik is 1248, Wolverine is 1076. So if you want to talk about the most valuable in defeating and using them and using their resources, we're looking at Magik as the first, then we're looking at Wolverine, and then we're looking at Scarlet Witch. I don't see them necessarily as, fighting by my side in the top 4. I mean, we can predict and see if this really happens. But as far as friends go, Doctor Strange is in it. Blade would be in it. Nico would be in it. She's 10. And who after that? Well, Magik and Iron Man are the same. So it'd be one of them, probably. So, I mean, actually Captain America, So, if you're talking about stats, the overall battle stats, that's what that would be. If you're talking about the number of missions they've been with you, you've got Doctor Strange, you've got Venom, you've got Wolverine, and you've got Ghost Rider. So those are the top 4 who would be with me. And if you're talking about, friends, you've got, we already talked about that. So what we see in the Endgame, if any of these stats make sense on the theories that the fans have, because there are people who are very confident in, we have friends who are very, people who are very confident, it's your friendship level, and you have other people that are, it's the number of missions. We've taken a look at a few things, and when we break it down and see who ends up fighting side by side in the big battle, we'll see who the game decided, and then we'll have a better idea of what they used to come to that conclusion that these people should be. It surprises people when they play the game and go, well, obviously this person the most is there, but how did they end up there? And when I had my big battle, I was a little surprised that certain people were there because it didn't make sense since I hadn't seen them too much or for a long time. Then again, they may want to put in 1 or 2 Midnight Suns in there, you know. And since a couple of our Midnight Suns are very high in the missions list, that certainly wouldn't be a conflict of interest. Usually, as often, there are 2 major battles. And the first major battle, I believe, is a very specific group that's always there. I think last time, the Hulk was in it. I don't remember if it was Nico or Ilyana, but one of them was in it. It was interesting. But once you get to the second one, where it really does the order of your characters, and also the when they show up as a when you stand prominently when you get to the location, your main posse is going to stand with you. So then you'll see, it's like, oh, those 4. And maybe 1 or 2 will be you would have expected. So I did this as a standalone, and I'm going to do 1 more side missions stuff. But for now, I'm going to... Oh, I think he wants to put a picture up. 1 more day of side missions, and then we're gonna do the big fight. And it'll be probably the same real life day today that I'm doing this. I'm doing this in the morning in my time. And I did want to get those stats, figure that out. The next question, of course, is once we put this in motion, what are we going to do with that? There's a lot of cinematic that leads to the fight. Does that have its own stream, or are we going to make like a feature film? I don't know, but let's see what happens with that. What we are going to do is call this a little stream, and we could talk about the stats, and then in that video anybody can look at it or not look at it. They won't care, some of them, because there was no battle here. And I'll be right back for a regular run. So, see you then.